Alright, what's up, guys? So, we are in the very noisy town of Dumas, Texas. Took us 5-6 days to get here because apparently people in the panhandle out here are scared to pick people up. So, just got in last night. We actually had help from the Moore County Sheriff's Office. They came out and gave us a ride from Cactus down to here, so that was nice. So anyways, right now we are looking at going to trying to think. Basically, we are trying to go from east of Dumas all the way out towards if you're going southeast, basically following along the Oklahoma border. And so we're going to be going through towns like Quanah. We're going to be going through Throckmorton. Hopefully we can avoid going through Dallas and Fort Worth. And basically go south around it through towns like Waxahachie and some other ones. Can't remember the names of it. It's been quite a while since I've been in Texas, so I can't remember the name of the towns I'm from. So anyways, for the most part, we got really nothing going on. We're just hanging out over here at Starbucks right now and just getting our stuff charged up, getting some. Let me see if I can find them. Actually, give me 1 second. Hold on. Oh, if I can get up. Rocks. Come on this side now. Come on. No, that's not it. Alright, here we go. So basically right now, I decided next year we're going to go ahead and actually start planning on our boat building. Jesus, can't even do a video without my phone falling. Anyway, so we're basically doing a boat build. We're gonna start next year, and I don't know how long it's honestly gonna take. It might be a year or two, might be less. I'm hoping, but basically what we're looking at right now is mainly it's gonna be 13 feet long. And then the width of it is going to be anywhere between 8 to, I say, 10 or 11 feet. And the reason for that, I wouldn't mind doing longer. But if we go over 13 feet, no, if we go 14 feet or more here in the state of Texas, we have to have it registered, which I don't feel like dealing with. And so I felt like doing 13 feet on a boat, or 13 and a half if needed, would be a necessary. I believe that's more than enough than what me and the pups need. For perspective, I'm 5'2", so hi Robert, how are you, bud? So at 5'2", I don't think that's really a bad thing, to be honest, for myself. Height-wise, again, I'm 5'2". The main idea is the platform is going to be holding a kind of like a small shack or something, and basically it's going to be this whole thing. The whole flooring itself, first off, is going to be made from wood pallets, and these pallets are going to be they're going to be taken apart, and I'm going to put all the wood back together, or I'll take all the wood off of the top and then just replace that. Once I screw all the pallets in, we're looking at about, I say, between 6 to 12 pallets, depending on how this is going to go. We can put plywood over it and then get some sort of a water barrier or repellent to keep the water from coming through the wood. And then under those pallets, we will have barrels that will be used for buoyancy under the flooring. So having enough barrels at the right amount would be able to help not only keep the boat up on the water, but also keep it from, if done right, keep it from basically tipping over or whatever. If I can get the weight right. So, with that being said, a small shack will be on there, and it will be 5'5", going both long ways and 5'5" up. Because again, I'm only 5'2", so I don't need a lot of room. In front of this shack or rail house, whatever you want to call it, we will be having the mast right in front of it, like directly right in the middle, for the sail. And then behind the oh, hello Eddie, how are you, bud? Behind the let's just call it the wheelhouse. Behind the wheelhouse, we'll have the rudder to be able to steer. Outside of that, we're going to be basically, I'm reading just off of this, we're going to be cutting wood pallets in half, and that will be redefined into our railing all around the system. And basically, the whole idea behind this is trying to make this as self-sufficient as possible while we're out on the water. My hope is to be able to not only explore the rivers like the Missouri or whatever, but I also want to explore the coastal regions while I'm out in the water. And then I also want to go ahead and, if possible, I do want to take this out to sea if I could do this right. And I think really the main thing I would love to do, you know, I've been traveling for 11 years now, and it is always noisy here in Dumas. I don't know why. Anyways, give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can get this on. Hopefully y'all can hear me better with this microphone. So I can't even hear myself half the time. Alright. Can y'all hear me better with this on? Thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Alright, so anyways, I think really what we'll do once we get this going... Oh, it's good? Okay, cool. Once we get this going, I think what we'll do is once we get to sea, because my plan is, if I could build this in East Texas, I want to go ahead and get it launched out in High Island, which is, for those who don't know, that's just south of Leaney, Texas. If you're going towards Galveston, it's right there on the Boulevard Peninsula. It's one of my favorite areas out in southeast Texas. And basically we would launch from there and then just go, we would follow along the currents that head out to sea from the just north of High Island, because there's a Santa Fe Railroad used to run through there. And they would, excuse me, they took the rail line out back in the 90s, and where the track used to be, basically, is where where we would be launching, because now they made it where you can go down there and you can launch boats and go fishing or whatever. And so we would follow the currents along and go out to sea, and I think the better idea is... See, this is why I don't like these headphones, dude. These cheap headphones, I can't do anything with headphones. It's annoying. I go through so many headphones over the years, it's annoying. Anyways, our basic plan is to follow along the Texas coast and then head straight down towards basically get into international waters if possible, if we feel comfortable enough to do this. And then from there, if possible, I want to go to the Panama Canal, and I want to get to the other side and get out to the west coast. I could probably go around and go up through Canada, which I might actually have to do with all things considering, with all the cartel crap going on out here. But yeah, I want to go to the west coast area and basically go out to places like Alaska, for example. I would love to go to Alaska. I've never been out of the United States, so being able to go to Alaska would be by boat especially, would be a pretty nice journey. And then I want to go to Hawaii, and before we do all of this, I'm going to be getting my passport and my passport card, and I'm going to be getting whatever animals with me. They're going to have their medical stuff done to come along with me. I do want to see other countries. I want to see Japan. I want to see, whatever country I'm allowed to go to, I would love to see. South Korea, Vietnam, etc. I want to go see European nations too. I want to see all these different places, and I feel like now is the time to be able to do such a thing. So that's the reason why I want to do this. And I think the only annoying thing about this is the fact that I got people telling me not to do it. Because apparently it's dangerous, which it is. Guess what? My whole life since I've been a teenager has been dangerous. So I'm gonna do it, like it or not. I'm gonna do it. This is something I feel like I need to do. I've explored enough the United States already in the lower 48 that I feel like this needs to be done. And it's in my family's blood to be on the water. That's especially on my mom's side. It's what we do. So yeah, I think even if I have to stop somewhere and go work at Walmart again to build up enough money, because I gotta get solar panels, I gotta get food ready, I have to get batteries ready, I gotta get my radio stuff done. I need to get my GMRS and my HAMS license. I need to get all this stuff done before we go. So if I have to stop and work somewhere for a bit, I'm completely fine with that. But I feel like I do need to go out on the ocean. And I mean, I'll be honest, I've said this about hoboing. If I die on the road, that's where I'm gonna die. This is what I do. If I go out on the ocean and I die on the ocean, that's what I'm gonna do. Because that's me, I don't want to die in some nursing home, where they don't even care about us. Why even bother? So anyways, that's what I'm looking at right now, and I'm hoping we'll be able to make it back home towards the end of November, and then we'll just see what happens from there. So, anyways, I gotta get off. I got some other stuff I gotta do. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.